and it didn't work. Didn't work. And if Biden gets his way, the United States, and it's happening now because you see permits aren't being given out. They're taking everything. You know, we had that thing going so at a level, and now it's starting to come down because those times have expired and they're not renewing leases or anything else. The filing dates are coming due. People are going in for new drillings and they're getting rejected left and right. Who would do that? How stupid is that? That's like open borders. Let's open up our borders so the whole world can come into our country. These are stupid people. Or they're people that hate our country, and I'm not sure which. The way I look at it, they can't be stupid because anybody that can cheat on elections as good as them, they're pretty smart. But there's an evilness and a sickness there, and I really think they want to destroy our country. If Biden gets his way, the United States will be reduced to an impoverished third world, crippled blackouts. We're going to have crippling blackouts. We're going to have people literally begging our enemies for mercy. We're losing all of our power with what they're doing. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I want to, just tell you that it's companies like this, and we have them in so many, making tractors, making everything. Companies that are the greatest companies in the world, they're being put out of business by people that don't know what they're doing. The auto workers just signed a deal, and they got an increase, but they won't have jobs in 3 years because everything is going electric. And you know the story with the cars. It doesn't work. You're not going to make electric cars in this country. We don't have what's necessary for electric cars. We have what's necessary for gasoline cars or hybrids. But Texas patriots will never, ever let what they're trying to do happen. You know why you won't, and you know how you stop it? Elect Trump, and you're going to stop it. You don't have to bother. You know what you do? What you do is elect Trump and don't worry about it. You know, I told the auto worker, I went to Michigan, which is under siege, and they're going to be losing all their jobs, all their auto jobs. You know, everyone's jumping up. Oh, we got a new contract. You know, those companies are all going to go down the tubes. Bankrupt, yes, but they're going to go down the tubes. There won't be auto jobs because they didn't cover the fact that all cars have to be electric. And I'm telling you, if they don't do it right, if they don't do it fast and right, you're not going to have any semblance of automobile manufacturing in this country. I did very well with Mexico. I like the president very much. He's a friend of mine. But they took 32% of our automobile manufacturing out of our country and brought it into Mexico. And that's a sin. Canada took a lot. And we signed a deal, which is very good for Texas, the USMCA. We got out of NAFTA. That was a big thing. That was a big jolt for our country. We went from the worst deal ever done, ever, NAFTA, one of the greatest rip-off deals, and now we're in the USMCA. And if you look, that's Mexico, Canada, and if you look right now, they're meeting with Biden. They want to renegotiate the terms of the deal. And Louis, I would say go there as an ex-congressman who was very tough and successful. Tell them you better not do that deal. They want to renegotiate the terms. It's always nice, though, when you make a deal. I have a lot of deals where they're all trying to renegotiate them now with Biden. The sad part is they'll probably be able to do that. But don't worry. We'll change him back very fast. We'll change him back. With your vote, we will fire crooked Joe Biden. And we will reclaim America's destiny as the greatest energy superpower on the face of the earth. We were there. We were there. We were going to be there in a very short, within a year, they would have been saying, man, what the hell is going on? Perhaps worst of all, Biden's insane mandates on so much, by the way, including these mandates. You know what that is? Those are insane mandates, too. We're not here to talk about that. But we're not going to let them. There's a move on now. All boats have to go electric. Army tanks have to go electric, okay? Because they want the tank. You know, we make the greatest tanks in the world, Army tanks. Think of this. We make the greatest in the world because the tanks if they're electric, you're going into a country blasting the hell out of it, but at least we're doing it in an environmentally friendly way. We have electric. No, it's true. It's environmentally friendly. The problem with the tanks, though, it's really a problem, that the battery storage capacity is so big that the tank would have to pull something behind it that's much bigger than the tank. So that's a little bit of a problem. They can't seem to work that out. But no, they want to make our Army tanks, think of this, they want to make our Army tanks all electric for the environment. They want to make our planes, our jet fighters. They came to me when I was there. They have a new fuel that we can save about 15% on the environment. I said, what does it do to the plane? Well, it makes it less efficient. Would you like to be a pilot up there and you got guys shooting at you and you're approximately 15% less efficient, but it's environmentally friendly to the people that you're at war with? This is what they're doing. And they want to take boats and make them. I was in South Carolina recently. A great company like this, one of the biggest, one of the best. It's incredible. And he said the biggest problem we have is they want to make, you know, those beautiful Mercury engines that you see, the outboard engines, the inboard. They want to have them all electric now. And I said to the owner, like a guy like Mario, very similar, very, very successful, built from nothing. Now he's one of the biggest boat manufacturers. I said, how bad would it be if you went all electric? He said, well, the one thing is it's very heavy, so we don't think the boat can float. So they're off to a bad start. Number two, they have the same problem, big. It's very big, so we'll have very little room in the boat. The thing is like 8 times larger than what you need for a gasoline-fired engine. And I asked him a question. He said, you know, you must be scientific, because my uncle was a great student, and then he was a great professor at MIT for 40 years. He has a record, longest-serving professor in the history of MIT. That's pretty good, Wesley, right? Dr. John Trump. And I used to talk to him about things like this, but I said to him, he said, nobody's ever asked me. I said, what would happen if you're out at sea and your boat sinks and you have a whole big electric deal under you? Would you get electrocuted? He said, you know, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I'd like to know. What would happen? He said, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I said, so if that boat goes down and you have a shark that's 10 yards away, so you have a choice of a shark or being electrocuted, I will take electrocution every single day. Do we agree? Anyway, the day I take office, I will cancel Crooked Joe's electric vehicle mandate, okay? Unless Mario doesn't want me. Unless Mario says don't do it, or Steve. Steve, can I do it, Steve? I don't know. Unless Mario says don't do it, otherwise I'll do it. We're going to cancel it the first day. In fact, I even said the first hour. After the speech, you know the long, beautiful runway you walk up after the speech? I will sign the papers as I'm walking up, okay? We won't even wait till I get to the office. True. It's true. Yeah, Texas was a big beneficiary of what we did, and the fumes are burning lightly now, but they're still burning a little bit. But in another year, you're going to see how bad it is, because you know what's happened. You know what? You all see the future. The future is bleak. Under the Trump administration, electric, hybrid, and gasoline-powered engines will be allowed all over our country and all over the world. But remember this, very important. That's allowed, but child sexual mutilation will not be allowed, okay? Will not be allowed. Right? You know, it's amazing when